And tonight on the Daily Wrap, Washington Post legendary reporter Bob Woodward now speaking out about the Hillary Clinton email scandal, and it ain't pretty. Donald Trump still on top of the polls. Can he really win the nomination? And will the Iran deal pass Congress? This is the Daily Wrap, live from New York City. And welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Joe Concha, along with my co-host Rick Unger. Is it true that you have homebrewed servers at each of your properties around the world?
Absolutely. It's all part of my effort to secretly take over the world.
Wow.
And it's going rather well, I might add.
So what do you think about all these unclassified revelations?
I'm going to sound a little bit of a caution. As you know, I have not been happy about the news as it's been coming out, but the revelation today that there may be 300 some classified documents, those are documents that, from what, if you look a little closer to what's being said, they may be classifiable. So we got to be a little bit cautious here. I fear that, the media is starting to get a little carried away with this. I think they're going to get the story they want at the end of the day. But let's stick to the realities and the facts. Let's not get too crazy here. These 305 are not things that were marked top secret. Let's just be careful.
Okay, well, to your right is a gentleman that I'm sure agrees with you on that, Rick, and that is former FBI special agent. He's also a former Navy SEAL and currently the president of Continued Services. He is Jonathan Gillian. And finally, Forbes.com columnist and Emmy winner. He is Bill Tucker. It must be Monday. All right, welcome everyone.
Bring your Emmy with you.
Do you want me to?
I want you to
bring the Emmy.
I'll bring it in. I'll put it right in between John or Heather, whoever's in the middle seat.
Yeah, put it in front there.
Not
Okay.
Heather today.
Clearly.
Let's get right to the daily download. And in federal court today, the State Department reported more than 300 of Hillary Clinton's State Department private server emails have been flagged for containing potential confidential information. The Obama administration said in a statement, and we quote, "Out of a sample of approximately 20% of the Clinton emails, the IC reviewers have only recommended 305 documents, approximately 5.1%, for referral to their agencies for consultation." Obviously, the White House trying to spin the news. Conversely, Bob Woodward, the Washington Post reporter responsible for breaking on the Watergate scandal, along with, of course, it was Woodward and Bernstein, so let's not give him all the credit, is not trying to spin anything.
You've got a massive amount of data. It, in a way, reminds me of the Nixon tapes. Thousands of hours of secretly recorded conversations that Nixon thought were exclusively his, that he was not going to get them. Hillary Clinton initially took that position. I'm not turning this over. There's going to be no cooperation. Now they're cooperating, but this has to go on a long, long time, and the answers are probably not going to be pretty.
That's Woodward on Morning Joe this morning. Mrs. Clinton, meanwhile, during an interview with Iowa Public Radio, continued to go along with the narrative that she did nothing wrong.
I never sent nor received any classified email, nothing marked classified, and I think this will all sort itself out. And in a way, it's kind of an interesting insight into how the government operates, because if I had not asked for my emails all to be made public, none of this would have been in the public arena.
Tremendous pictures that we chose of Mrs. Clinton. Anyway,
editorializing going on.
Yeah,
Just ask
a little bit. Okay, as a matter of fact, she is out right now. She is out right now joking about it.
By the way, you may have seen that I recently launched a Snapchat account. I love it. I love it. Those messages disappear all by themselves.
And now Vegas, MGM Grand, now posting at even odds that she has never said the word Snapchat in her entire life until that moment. I currently have a Snapchat account, turned into like 3 words somehow. Anyway, Rick, all right. So everything that you've seen this weekend, first of all, is this the way you would have advised Mrs. Clinton to respond to all of this by making a joke?
Well, in front of a friendly audience, it's not a bad idea. She wasn't talking to the panel here; she was talking to.
But that goes out to the country. You know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that great of a joke. But no, if you want to complain about Hillary, there's much better stuff to complain about than the fact that you didn't like her joke.
But it seems like she's taking it not seriously. You understand?
Well, that's what she's got to do. I mean, she's got a big problem. But now I will tell you this: Democrats everywhere would be smiling at the suggestion that the Obama White House is spinning on behalf of Hillary. Because most Democrats are fairly certain that the Obama White House is digging the hole underneath Hillary. They are not being supportive. Look, it's the Obama Justice Department that's probably going to come down pretty heavy on her. So I think that we might be going off track when we suggest that. I think most of us are pretty clear that the Obama White House would like their vice president to run for the presidency, and they're not being supportive of Hillary Clinton.
You're saying Valerie Jarrett is probably in the Biden camp instead of the Clinton camp?
I don't think there's any question.
Yeah. What did you think of Bill Clinton playing golf with Barack Obama, President Obama this weekend? But no, I don't care about that aspect. What I care about is, do you think they ever had a conversation like, your Justice Department really is going to look into this?
You know,
are they, Barack?
Whatever conversation they had, I assure you, we will never know what it is.
We won't, will we?
No, so, who knows what they talked about. And by the way, they didn't plan on playing together. They literally ran into each other.
You actually believe that?
Yeah, I really do. I really do.
How does a president or next president have to run into each other?
That's a great question, Joe.
I honestly don't know how we ever deliver news with anything attaching reality if we have to be cynical about every possibility. He was playing. No, it's really.
I'm not saying that's anything criminal.
Wait. No, excuse me. You know how big that golf course is where they are?
Yeah.
There was probably
like 18 holes there.
Yeah, and there was probably maybe 100 people playing golf that day. President Clinton has vacationed up there forever. The Obamas have vacationed up there forever. Clinton was out with his best friend Vernon Jordan. Obama was out there reading each other. Guys, not everything is a conspiracy, for God's sakes.
No,
I don't know how you go through life looking behind every bush.
I'm not
they
even
didn't plan the meeting.
Guy.
They weren't planning a meeting. They ran into each other.
Conspiracy guy. It's the president of the United States. It's not like he ran into Joe. I believe it was a coincidence if he ran into. Just it's nothing to do with conspiracy. He's a president.
It was a coincidence.
And he's a former president.
Just say you're playing together. You're a foursome and you're playing together. Don't say like, oh, we happen to bump into each other. Oh, by the way, each were only playing with one other person. You always play in a foursome.
No, you don't. I play in twosomes all the time. And by the way,
you have no friends.
What basis do you have to suggest it was anything but a coincidence? Because you have trouble believing that two very important guys, and by the way, there were other important guys that day on that golf course, like Vernon Jordan, can't run into each other. There were about 100 people in that golf course, would be my estimation. It's a very private club, and you don't get.
It's public.
It's public. I played it too. You were on a different golf course. I played the private course up there, and that's what they were playing.
Of course you did. You're the richest 1%.
They have 19 holes on that one.
Okay, we've gone sideways.
I can't believe we spent 2 minutes because we have to question everything Obama does as a conspiracy.
It's not true. We spent 2 minutes and 15 seconds on this. All right, Jonathan, the email scandal.
Let's go back to the real problem here.
Yes, exactly.
Here's the thing. First off, let's look at all these things that were said. Out of all the emails, they're looking at 300 so far, right, that have been marked. You only need one.
They weren't marked, the new ones. They aren't marked. They're reviewing to see if it had data.
You only need one email.
I agree.
That's classified to get her in trouble. If she was anybody else but Hillary Clinton, which is, to me, big time.
These are the ones that she turned over. I can only imagine what the other ones.
That's the other thing I was getting at. They only turned over 50,000 pages of emails, which is not 50,000. I mean, emails. That's I don't know how many emails that actually is, but it's nowhere close to all the emails that she used and sent. The other thing is you don't have to use or you don't have to send or receive. If you have them on your server, that's against the law.
Right.
So all these things that she's saying, and then going on, and whether she's amongst people that support her or not, joking about this. Not only is that an insult to the national security of this country and anybody who may have lost their lives because of this information, but also, here's the other thing, criminals love to minimize what they do wrong. That's what I see everybody doing with her in her campaign is minimizing by telling jokes.
So do politicians. And I actually agree with virtually everything you just said. I really do. You're right. It only takes one to break the law. Right. My only point in highlighting this is that people keep it straight. What you should criticize her for on those 300 emails, even if they weren't marked top secret, she should have been discerning enough to know that they shouldn't have been on a server.
Don't take the job if you can.
Or just not have a server at your house. Maybe that would have been the way to go, which we all agree on. Okay. So what do you think of of Hillary Clinton joking about her email server? Let us know. Don't go to Snapchat. Go to newsmaxtv.com/comments and let us know. Okay, we want to know your choice for the 2016 nomination. Let us know at newsmaxpolls.com. More Daily Wrap right after this.